Takpo, what's the meaning of this one?
I am a chosen. I am a chosen. I am a chosen. Rasta, who are you?
Please, that's not what is doing me this morning. Anyways, I see people come online to analyze fuel price and to tell us how it is okay to buy fuel at expensive price in this country and to let us know that Tinubu is not the cause of our suffering. But I will clear your point here. I saw this guy who said that because fuel is an international commodity, we ought to buy it at international price.
Is the life that we are living international standard, or is it supposed to be fuel price alone that should be international?
Hold on now, we are getting there. This guy said that the international price of fuel is 70 cents per liter. Then he went on to analyze that at the time Goodluck Jonathan wanted to remove fuel subsidy, naira to dollar exchange at that time was 200 naira to $1. And so he multiplied 70 cents by 200 naira, which is equal to 140 naira per liter, which was the amount that Goodluck Jonathan increased fuel to at that time before Tinubu they came and protested. Then he said because exchange rate today is 1,600 naira, therefore 70 cents multiplied by 1,600 gives you 1,120 naira, which he believed we are supposed to be buying fuel today.
So you are telling us that NNPC will still sell fuel at the rate of 1,200 naira last.
We are coming there, hold on. Now, for all of you coming online with those lame analysis, let me ask you this. Do you walk on one leg? If you own a car, does your car drive on two tires?
Maybe the chair that he sits on in his house have only two legs, or the center table in their house has only two legs.
When you are done giving your lame analysis, please also remember to balance it, because in life we have left and right. You can't stand on one leg and be balanced. Oh yeah, let's balance it. At the time of Goodluck Jonathan, what was the minimum wage at that time? Minimum wage was 18,000 naira. Fantastic. Now, 18,000 naira divided by 200 naira, which was the exchange rate at that time, you will get $90. So the minimum wage at that time in dollars was $90. Good. $90 today multiplied by our exchange rate, which is 1,600 naira, you will have 144,000 naira.
So if we must balance buying fuel at the rate of 1,120 naira per liter, the minimum wage also must be increased to meet the purchase power of the people.
Exactly. Remember I told you to analyze fuel price, telling us how it is okay to buy fuel at expensive rate. You should also tell us the correct minimum wage, because if you don't do that, it will make your fuel analysis a stupid one. If you divide the exchange rate today, which is 1,600 naira, by the exchange rate at the time of Goodluck Jonathan, which was 200 naira, 1,600 divided by 200 will give you 8. So the exchange rate of the APC government today is 8 times more than what we had then, which is 800% increment.
Which means every other thing is supposed to go up, multiply by 8.
Very correct, which was what we did with the minimum wage. If you multiply 18,000 by 8, you will have 144,000 naira. Yet Tinubu is not even ready to pay 70,000 naira, which is half of what is supposed to be the minimum wage. Yet there are people that are trying to by all means convince us that APC government is not a bad government. Tinubu will fix Nigeria. I don't know how, because they are the ones that came and destroyed the economy. So going by the rate that they have damaged our currency, the person that was receiving 20,000 naira as salary in the time of Goodluck Jonathan should be receiving 8 times that amount today if you actually want us to buy fuel at international rate.
Which means the person that used to receive 20,000 naira is supposed to now be receiving 160,000 naira today to be able to buy fuel at the new rate.
Exactly. The person that used to receive 50,000 naira at that time, if you multiply that by 8, his salary should be nothing less than 400,000 naira. The person that was receiving 100,000 naira, if you multiply it by 8, now he should be receiving 800,000 naira. If you elevate the standard of living of the people alongside with the increased fuel price because you have damaged the economy and destroyed the value of our currency, nobody will complain. Why would you just justify the price of fuel because it's international commodity when the people you are asking to go and buy that fuel cannot afford it?
What is the benefit that we have oil if we are supposed to be buying it at the same rate with those who do not have crude oil?
That's the point I'm coming to. Why should we buy fuel at international price when we have crude? What do we benefit being a country that has crude? Because we don't see any benefit. There's no money, but when it comes to government expenditure, we hear hundreds of billions of naira that is flying about. But once it has to do with anything that will benefit the citizens, they will remind us that Nigeria is poor, how there's no money in government accounts. Go to UAE and see the standard of living of the people over there. See the rate that they are selling for. These are people who have the same crude that we have, yet we have even much more mineral resources than crude. We have gold, lead, limestone, coal, iron ore, and a lot more. What is our benefit as citizens of a country that has crude?
Our benefit are thieves, drug pushers, and criminals who ought to be in jail, rather sitting in position of power.
Nigeria is supposed to be the best country in this world. Please, let's leave words of mouth aside and sentiment. Go and read history of Gaddafi and his country, Libya, before America came to destroy it. I know a lot of you people who come online to give all this lame analysis. You have zero idea about history. Libya has the same crude that Nigeria has, and Gaddafi made sure that his people benefited from the nation's wealth. The standard of living in Libya at that time was better than anywhere in the world. Then America saw that if they allowed that to thrive, Nigeria will soon copy that. Then if that happens in Nigeria, it will ignite the rest of Africa. Instead of Africans to be going to Europe, America, and Asia to continue working for them as modern slaves, Nigeria will be that place to come to, and even Africa itself will be satisfied with what they have. In fact, in the time of Goodluck Jonathan, all these neighboring countries, Benin Republic, Niger, Togo, Cameroon, they used to come here to work.
Which means Nigeria was a small America for them.
Yes, because our currency had so much value then that by the time they take it to their country and change it, it will be a lot of money. So America cooked stories against Gaddafi, and they came to Libya and destroyed Gaddafi and bombed the whole country down. If someone is a criminal, why not capture the person alone? Why destroy the whole country alongside? You see, America is a very wicked and evil nation. Go and check your history, the real history, not the one that they teach you in school. That's what some of you don't know. They come to Africa and tell us they are giving us aid, they are doing this, they are doing that. Is a lie. Africa is like this because the West makes sure that we remain like this so that they will keep benefiting from our raw materials, because they have nothing originally. Check the gold and other resources. They come from Africa. And that man they taught you about in school, called Lord Lugard, he was the one that undermined the development of Nigeria. He made sure that he stopped industrial age in Nigeria, because at the rate we were growing, the West was still behind us. And he knew that if that happened, they would be poor for life.
You can't come and be stealing resources of a man that has advanced more than you now.
Of course. So I don't know why Lord Lugard has a status in Nigeria. Someone we are supposed to see as enemy. I don't know the rubbish that they teach you in school. That's why they make sure that Africans continue to have greedy, brainless leaders so that they can partner with them to continue sucking the resources of Africa. A man like Dangote, the richest man in Africa, needs a visa to travel to non-ECOWAS African countries. Yet an ordinary French citizen doesn't need visa to visit any African country. And you think that Africa is no longer under colonial masters? That is why if you see an African country like Niger Republic and the rest, that their leader stand their ground to fight for their citizens, the West will call them dictators. Once America and Europe are not calling your leader a dictator, just know that your leader is their puppet. But once you see a leader that is fighting to liberate his country, he is a dictator to them because he's a threat to them. If Tinubu was fighting for Nigeria and not listening to them, trust me, you see all those evidence that PDP was digging up against him, America will have made sure that they added more fire and declare him wanted.
They know that he's not a threat to them now. Jesus say if they are not against us, they are for us.
Yeah, and they keep listening to IMF that advised them to destroy the country. This is what a white man said about the impact of heavy taxes that Tinubu is inflicting on this country. Listen for yourself.
Poor African countries have the lowest wage workers in the world. And yet a company like Nike, for instance, can't put a factory in one of those countries because of the oppressive tax rates. Taxes have killed any possibility of economic development. They killed any hope of these countries ever helping themselves. helping themselves. And that leaves them completely at the mercy of charity and loans.
Is that making sense to you?
Here's the worst part. You know why those countries have such high tax rates? Because of us. To show us that they can raise enough money to pay back their loans.
You hear that one?
But taxes can't raise any money if they kill the economies. Oh, it turns out that the tragic, unintended consequence.
They hear that very well, oh.
If we don't urge those countries to cut their tax rates, they will never grow their economies. People will live lifetimes of unemployment. Disease will be rampant. Poverty will be permanent. Children will be hungry.
It's a white man that said that too. Yet Tinubu has been mounting taxes upon taxes. See the number of multinational companies that have left Nigeria and are still living because of unbearable business environment, all because of our tax collector called president. As they are leaving, more people are losing their jobs that they don't provide in the first place. You heard that man very well. Those big companies that you hear that are leaving, it's because they are big, that's why you know. There are smaller ones that are leaving which you don't even know about. There's this company that used to make cleaning products they call Limpo. I was looking for one of their products that I normally use to clean my leather and I couldn't find it again. So I had to check on Google Maps. Google Maps shows that they are permanently closed. So if you see any of their products in the market, it's an old stock. Check the manufacturing date. That is how a lot of other smaller companies have shut down and some have left due to Tinubu's bad policies. Yet you people will come online to give us analysis of fuel price and how Tinubu administration has not done anything wrong. I don't know how you think that heavy tax collection will fix your country, lift your country out of poverty and bad economy. Yet we hear them say, wait for our policies to mature. The very policies that are bad.
Let's even say that if we buy fuel expensive, then there are other benefits. We will not be complaining.
Exactly. What is our benefit as a nation that has crude oil if we are to buy at the same rate with those people who don't have it? I mentioned UAE. What's Nigerians' benefit? If you go to a government hospital, you want to risk your life. That's why the politicians themselves, they don't treat themselves here. Our roads are bad. You increase energy tariff. You increase school fees. If you need water, you have to dig a borehole for yourself. Please, what is the benefit of having crude? I don't blame some of you who come online to give all sorts of analysis. Most of you haven't traveled anywhere to know how a country is supposed to be. Many of you have normalized corruption and poverty, so you don't see anything wrong with bad governance. In fact, you don't even know that it's bad governance. As such, your only option is to tell us how it is normal for a bad government to thrive.
Please, stop supporting bad government. Stop normalizing hardship. We will stop here for today. Please share this video so that the politician will hear that message from the mouth of a white man to let them know that overtaxing your country will lead to more and more poverty. See you again next Saturday. But yeah!